So hello everybody, it is me. Hey Michelle, how you doing? Me, Demetra K, and I'm sitting here by myself. Donovan is at the gym, so he will not be joining me today. That's okay. I said I was going to come before you guys on Fridays by myself, just to really give you guys an extra day. We were not here Wednesday because honestly, I was tired. I was cold, just mentally, just kind of burnt out, and I didn't want to give you guys kind of a half conversation. So I decided to take the day off. So I hope that was okay with you all. But nevertheless, the purpose of the Demetra K show is to promote Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all things that go on in the Black community to make us an even better people, with the emphasis on even, because we're great people, but we can always strive to do better. Like I said, big giant thank you, hello, and welcome to YouTube and Facebook. You are the other side of the conversation, but not only are you just the other side of the conversation, you are family. And sometimes I share the link. I might share it today. I don't know. But if I share the link and your profile looks like that, please show me your face. And then if you're not comfortable, you can go back to that. All I ask, especially if I've never seen you on here before, you have to show me your face, because one time we got, it wasn't good. So I don't even know how to explain it, but you won't get me again. So nevertheless, just know that no one else can see you except for me until I bring you up to the big screen. Hello, Robo, how you doing? S. Williams, what's going on with you? So today we're going to have a brief, and I say this all the time, but it never happens that way. We're going to have a brief conversation. This conversation is coming to you all by that of Dr. Umar Johnson. Of course, I don't need to introduce him to you guys. He is his self-acclaimed the Prince of Pan-Africanism. That's what he says he is. He has a whole bunch of names, but most notably, we know him as Dr. Umar Johnson. There is a video that was trending around, and I saw it, but I didn't really look at it. Hey, CJ, Mad Dog, how you doing? I looked at it. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't watch it because, I just didn't look like anything I really wanted to watch. Well, one day, my 15-year-old nephew, a couple days ago, actually, he sent it to me. He says, Tia, I need your opinion on it. So it's about 9 minutes long, but I sped it up. I want to say that to you guys. I sped it up. You can still understand what they're saying because it was long. And I know you guys didn't want to listen to something that was about 9 minutes long. So I sped it up, tried to condense it to half. But nevertheless, I felt that I needed to talk about this because it reached my 15-year-old nephew. He saw it on TikTok, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. You know what I mean? So when I show you guys the video and the conversation they were having, then we can get a little bit more into it. But he was basically talking about the roles and responsibilities of Black women with Black men, right? And of course, I'll let him explain that to you. But I felt like I needed to talk about it because I actually spent about an hour on the phone with my nephew having a conversation about what he said. So it kind of bothered me because it's reaching some of these boys who are impressionable, and they don't have a auntie or somebody they could call that, have a conversation and unpack all the things that he said, right? So hopefully we can have a pretty good discussion about it. So anyway, Brother Reggie, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I was tired. Like I was like, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna, go do my live because I do other videos throughout the day, and it was just my mind was. And you ever, if your mind ever gets like spent and fried, just like can't talk anymore. So I didn't want to give you guys that kind of, hey, how y'all doing? I wanted to come on here when I was my best. So Kathy B, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Miss Sweets, how are you? Hope you are doing well. Bogani, what is going on with you? And thank you to all the moderators. I love and appreciate you all dearly. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it for the second time. All right. I'm going to show y'all this video once again. I sped it up, okay? So you're going to kind of sound like maybe they sound like Mickey Mouse. That's not how they normally sound, but I sped it up. I just want to say that once again. Here we go.
What kind of black men? Because there's black men all in Australia. So what kind of black men are you struggling to find? Are you struggling to find a millionaire? Are you struggling to find somebody who's 6'3" with a six-pack stomach? Are you struggling to find someone who can finance a European expensive materialistic lifestyle? What kind of black men are you struggling to find?
Let's talk about the culture in Australia versus the culture in America. I don't think it is quite different. It is.
No, it's not.
I think now we're being more influenced.
One of the biggest mistakes that I find in the diaspora is we swear we're so randomly different. As probably the most traveled African in the Western Hemisphere, we're not that significantly different.
No, but we are.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
I don't think black women. Okay, let's talk about it because I'm getting dilemmas where women are talking about they're successful, they're in their careers, and they're looking for a decent guy. They're not asking for a man to earn triple the amount that he's earning.
What is decent? Give me 3 criteria for decent. I'm a psychologist. You must define the term. Give me 3 criteria for decent.
So he's Emotionally intelligent. Okay.
Assuming she is as well.
Continue. He is a provider, so he's able to, he has a decent job.
What is a decent job? Define the term.
He makes an amount that is in the same tax bracket as the woman. Let's just say that. The same tax bracket.
Okay.
Emotionally
Financial
intelligent.
equity.
Yes.
Okay.
I would just say he's a provider, he's nurturing, and he cares to build a family with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the question?
And the question is, women are struggling to find men that they can date.
Okay. Couple things. Number one, black women cannot, shall not, should not expect a black man to be able to provide them with the same type of a lifestyle that a Caucasian can provide for the white female. Because the Caucasian benefits from white privilege, the black man suffers from white racism. So we should not be, no sister should be looking for a European equivalent or an African equivalent of a European. A black man has to work twice as hard to get half as much. So although I can appreciate the financial equity, but if you are a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer as an African woman in Australia or America or the UK or Toronto or Johannesburg, looking for a black man who has financial equity with your type of career success, that's going to be difficult. You might got to tone it down a little bit. What I find as a therapist who works with couples, married, divorced, and otherwise, too often black women prioritize a man's income over his masculinity, meaning he can provide. He's willing to help with those children. He will nurture you, look out for you, but he might not be able to put you in a Mercedes. He might not be able to help you with that $1 million mortgage. And I've seen black women turn down good men, very good men, because he didn't have the economics, but he had everything else. Sisters need to be careful not to fall into this European narrative of judging men primarily by how much they make.
I can agree with that. I think that these are two extreme scenarios here. Because I think if a man we're talking about financial equity, if he is making enough to build a household with you, to be a leader in the household, I think women are okay with that. I think that's not what they're getting. I think they're getting the other end of the spectrum. That's what we're hearing. You know what I mean?
Would you have a problem if you met a man who made half of what you made, or a third of what you made, but he had a financial vision of an empire, a business, some sort of an entrepreneurial undertaking?
See, I think that's dangerous.
Stay with me. Let me finish it, and then I want you to respond. And he needed you to help invest in his dream. And he gave you a definitive timeline. He said, give me 12 months. Or 24. No more than that. If you invest in me, I promise you, what I'm going to build will equal where you are. Would you have a problem investing in him?
What does investing in him mean?
Let's say he needed $700 a month to help fuel this dream. He needed $700 for 24 months. Could you do it? You're reluctant.
I am reluctant because what's the guarantee?
There is no guarantees in love. There is no guarantees in romance.
And also, I think context matters. How long have we been together?
I agree.
You know, if it's just a guy that I met last year and all of a sudden he has these dreams and
y'all been dating for about 2 years. You like him. There might even be some love there. And he's saying
there might be some love there. Is crazy. There has to be some love there.
Let's say there
has to be a future there. And I think that's what I'm saying. Context matters. If I see myself with
but
this
you didn't
man,
answer the question. Let's say all those things are there. Will you financially invest in him? Be honest, my queen. They already answered for you. They said hell to the nizzo.
Yeah.
Look, why not though? Why do you have a problem with that? Given the atmosphere of racism and economic oppression that black men suffer in Australia, why would you have a problem investing in your king?
But black men subject to that women are not. We're going through the same thing.
True, but it operates differently. The racism against black men is significantly more aggressive than the racism against black women. Now, I don't want to get into an oppression Olympics because I agree with you. We all suffer and we suffer together. But a man's primary responsibility is to be a provider. And we don't feel adequate as men when we can't provide. So your king, who you love, who you've been dating for 2 or 3 years, is saying, baby, invest in me for these 18 to 24 months and I promise you I will cross that finish line. You're still reluctant.
I'm reluctant. As my husband, if we were married and something like that happened, of course, I would be open to doing that.
But would you be open to even marrying him if he was not the provider you needed him to be? He's saying, help me level up so I can become the person you want to marry. He's asking you to help him level up.
I think...
Let me tell you why you're reluctant. And I don't have a problem with your reluctance, but I want to explain something. Okay. And I want all my young sisters to hear me. A big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential, and she will invest in him. She will help him level up. And then when the sisters see him 5 years ago, 5 years later, he's a millionaire, and the sisters say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl. But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product. Black women have to, stay with me, black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished product. It's harder on us. Help him level up. Stay with me. Help him level up and become what you need him to be. Because the big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men is they're meeting them when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision. And black women are waiting for him to cross the finish line. And by the time he crosses the finish line, the snow bunny done snatched him already.
And yes, by the way, it was sped up on purpose. They don't normally sound like Mickey Mouse. It was about 9 minutes long, and I know you guys didn't want to endure that. I know that you guys can still understand. Let me remove Dr. Umar there. Okay, so yeah, it was sped up. So there's a lot said. I took notes. But specifically, as I said, my nephew, and I'm going to acknowledge everybody that's come on here. My nephew, he sent it to me. Because as I said, I saw people posting it, but you know, certain things just don't really catch my eye like that. But he sent it to me. He being my nephew who's 15, and he wanted my opinion. But specifically, he was like, is it true about what he said about the white girls and the black girls? And I was like, oh my God, right? That's really what really got under my skin. And then I had to think about it. I said, because, you know, this information is on TikTok. Kids are on TikTok, which is where he saw it. And he's wondering, well, is that true? Again, as I said, there's a lot of boys out there, and there's even girls that don't have an auntie or somebody they feel like they can go and have this conversation with. As I said, we spoke about an hour over the things that he said. So I just want to reiterate, you know, some of the things he said because it was long. But basically, he says, you know, asked her what kind of black man you looking for, you know, and she told him he basically needs to have emotional intelligence, be a provider, in the same tax bracket, and build a family. He has to want a family, be nurturing. I think that's what she said. He says that black women can't expect the same financial equity as white men because a white man benefits from white privilege, right? That's what he says. So he's telling her, don't think of him in those terms because he has a different set of circumstances, right? Then he went on and to ask, would you invest in his dreams? But before that, he says, black women want money over masculinity. That's kind of a thing that we always hear when it comes to black women and black men. She wants to know how much money he has. Does he have money? Because if he ain't got no money, that's kind of what we hear, right? So he kind of repeated that. Then he went on to say, would you invest in his dreams? So she wanted some clarification, right? And then he goes on to say, you know, well, what if he needs like $700 a month? Now, my math is bad. I'm thinking that's what, $8,400 a year. And this is for 2 to 3 years, I guess. I don't know. And then somebody, I guess he's saying that she's dating for 2 to 3 years. Not her husband, just a man, you know, that needs some help in her to invest because he's saying that black women career-wise tend to do better. Statistically speaking, I don't know how true that is, but, you know, let's go on. And he asked her at the end, would you marry somebody who was, you know, not a provider, for lack of better words? And she said no, you know. Then he goes on to the part where my nephew really had a question about was a snow bunny. He says, a snow bunny, white woman, for lack of better words. I will invest in a black man, no matter where he is, what he's doing. She'll, you know, sop him up with a biscuit and see him through and get him where he needs to go. But a black woman won't. So I'm going to also read y'all some other things just for context, right? Because I went to Chat GPT. It says black American men on average earn more than American women, though the gap is smaller than in some other racial groups, rather. It says, according to data from the U.S. Census Bureau and the Bureau of Labor Statistics, median earnings, full-time year-round workers, this is 2022, black men had a median income of approximately $45,000, black women, $40,000. And then it talk about things like occupation. It says segregation. Black men are more likely to work in industries or occupations with higher wages like construction, transportation, while black women are underrepresented in lower paying fields such as caregiving and education. It says gender pay gap similar to other racial groups. Black women face both a racial and gender wage gap compared to white men and even black men. It says labor force participation. Black women tend to have a higher labor force participation rate than black men, but their earning reflects the gender pay disparities across the industry. So I wanted to read that to y'all because the way Umar is making it sound is that black women are just kicking ass, right? And just making all this money that she's like, oh, you need $700 a month? Boy, I got you. You know what I mean? And we know that's not the case, right? So then he's putting it on, well, if you don't do it, then the white woman will, right? Saying the white woman does it when you guys don't do it. Now, of course, y'all know I have a lot of opinions, but I want to see what y'all got to say because, well, you know, I'll give you my opinion first and then we can go from there. I think it's hogwash and I think it's unfortunate. And I like a lot of things that Umar says, but this one really made me mad because it reached my 15-year-old nephew who is very impressionable and one day is going to have a wife and he has an auntie like me. I tell him to get a woman that looks like your mama, your daddy, your auntie, or look like you, right? I'm honest with him in that. So he's hearing Umar say, and Umar, you know, he's good, right? He's good orator, and he's smart and everything else. But he's hearing him say, well, black women don't really support black men like the white woman does. A black woman wants him to have all this money before she invests in him. And you and I all know that is not true, okay? We know that is not true because, first of all, the black man's first woman in his life is his mama. And more than likely, his mama has supported him, whether she took him to Little League, whatever it is, football, whatever it is, she supported him. And I'm a black woman, and I'll tell you right now that I've supported many a black men, okay? Because that's all I've dated. But the other thing I think is really crazy is Dr. Umar wants this said black woman to invest in this man that's not her husband. So at what point, because 2 to 3 years before I know you even want me to be your wife, and then I'm supposed to invest money into this man's hopes and dreams, because I'm going to keep it real with you. And I'm not even trying to, start no stuff. But there's been a many of black women. I don't care if she's green. Okay, let's say she's green. Just take black out of it. That has supported a boyfriend or somebody that was close to it, and he ran off with that white woman or a green woman, a purple woman, or another black woman. So the other thing that Umar is not addressing, I had all this stuff to say with my nephew. We had a good conversation. He said, where's the guarantee in it for her that I give you all this money for 2 or 3 years to build yourself up while I'm shucking and jiving and hustling and bustling? Mind you, on average, the black woman makes less. And we've had this conversation before. Where's my guarantee that when you make it, brother, that you're going to say, will you marry me? Well, are you going to drop on one knee? Do we get this contractually written out that when you get to where you got to go, we get married? See, that's the other problem too. And I'm going to say this, in our community, we expect for, and I want to be careful how to say this, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm beating up on men. I'm not. I hate that I have to say that, but I'm not. But even this is for you men with daughters. We should not teach our daughters that you hang around some dude 2 to 3 years that's getting this stuff together. And I'm not saying we should be looking for millionaires, because we know that's not the black man's reality on average. We know that, right? But I don't think we should be teaching our daughters, you hang around some dude for 2 to 3 years and see if you want to get his hopes and dreams off the ground and you finance it, especially if that ain't your husband. That's bad advice. Because then you're going to have a bunch of disgruntled morsel, right? Black women running around the planet talking about, I did exactly what Umar said. I put all this money, $700 a month for 2 to 3 years, and this sucker left me. And he went with the snow bunny or the whoever bunny anyway. So my thing is, instead of putting the onus on black women to, listen, I'm a black woman. Okay, I'm for the black man all day long. I don't have a problem holding the black man up, but I do have a problem holding the black man up that ain't my husband. Okay, because as I said, I'm speaking as one of those black women who's like, baby, you got this. Come on, you go. Rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, what's her name? You know what I mean? So we should stop trying to normalize our daughters or black women holding up a man who ain't said I even want to be with you like that. Damn, am I your fiance? Did you put a ring on my finger? Or am I just supposed to because what I hear is, well, boo, you in the running. I'll compete this white girl that might snatch me up. You gotta show and prove better than her if you want me, because she'll probably do all this stuff for me. Let's keep it real. Ain't too many white women out there that's getting with just any old black man, because there's a lot of black men that got a black woman. I mean, a white woman is no damn well if he was working at Amazon, she would not be just dying to take him home to her family. We know that he's got to be doing something, got to be going somewhere, right? She ain't just sopping up Ray that's collecting cans. That's not what she's doing. She's on the college campuses, like Umar said. Maybe she's on the job and, he's getting ready to go do something. Come on, let's keep it real. So anyway, I didn't talk too much. I want to get into the comment section and see what you guys got to say. But more importantly, I didn't like having my nephew see that. But I'm glad that he came to me so we can unpack some things, because he agreed. He said, yeah, it's not true, because it almost sounds like to him from a 15-year-old boy's point of view. Well, if a black woman won't do it, then the white girl is there. Now, imagine how many of our black boys heard that message and heard that way and then go talk to somebody. So anyway, let me see what y'all got to say. Welcome to everybody. Try to get all the way up to the top. Let's see, who did I miss? Whew. Just me, how you doing? Nubian King, what is going on with you? Roz, I hope you are doing well. CJ, did I say hello to you? If not, hello. All right, so I think that's where I ended. Just me, he says, Umar wants a clear woman and he's trying to gaslight black women to mute for him. And I'm going to say this, I like Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar's 50 years old. Has he ever been married? I'm just asking. I think his conversation should change. You know, he going all over the world, taking pictures with all these women, these sisters, these chocolate, vanilla, cappuccino, all these, definitions he got of black women. But is he going to marry one? He's 50 years old. When does he start having a conversation? Hey, I got a wife. It sounds like he wants two. That's his business. But I got a wife or wives. Brothers, this is what you're supposed to do. You know, stop talking to black women as much as start talking to black men and say, hey, if you my age, you're too damn old to never have been married unless that's something you never want to do. But that doesn't sound like that's Umar. So I'm just putting it out there. D. Anderson, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Justin also say he doesn't love black women at all. I think he loves black women, but I think, I think we should start holding his feet to the fire. Saying you can't talk to black women or black men anymore until you get you a black wife. And then we'll believe you because you 50. You 250 damn old to not be having no wife, running around admonishing everybody else, and you don't have a wife to line nothing you saying up. I'm just saying. Yvonne, how you doing? Says I'm listening to this, and YouTube is making them talking very fast. No, it was me. I was doing that because they was, it was long. So sorry about that. I don't have a lot of patience. Brother David, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Miss Sweet says invest in his what? Yeah, his I guess his vision. Just me says lies. They never tell clear woman about vision or investments, right? Yeah, average logical thing. It says, my God. Miss Sweet says financially investment in a black man's dream. Interesting. I mean, it should be your husband. I think it should be your husband because I wouldn't tell no black man to invest in some black woman without that being your wife. I think it's bad advice either way. Fiance or something. If we gonna buy a house together or something like that, okay, maybe something like that. But just somebody you ain't engaged to, man or woman, I think it's bad advice. Brittany, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. He says 119. Okay. Agenda times pushes. How you doing? It says black men may as well save the money and deal with prostitutes. You crazy on a weekly basis. No need to dress up. Dating needs and your comment cut off. I mean, I just think there should be expectations on both ends. I expected a man to pay all your bills and stuff and all that. Yeah, especially if y'all ain't married, I think that's ridiculous. Damon says this is a perfect speed for these two goofballs. Brother Reggie says, God dang, let her answer. Yeah, he wouldn't let her answer. Highway 20 Skinny, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. C. Gordon, what's going on? She says, Umar is an entertainer, not to be taken seriously. Got you. Kelly, how you doing? Says, but they always leave when we help them. Why must we settle for scraps? Yeah, and I don't want to call them scraps because I get it. Some people are going through some things and they need help, but it's like, what's the guarantee for me? I don't need no pat on the back that I helped you get where you need to go. And you was like, all right, sister, it's been real, So I wasted 2-3 years, all that money for what? So you can go help old girl, somebody who didn't invest in your hopes and dreams. She just kind of was there to pick up the pieces. I don't think so. Kathy B says, interesting. And if I didn't know already, hello. Let's see who else is on here. Highway 20, he says most black men are with black women, not snowbunnies. And that is true. That is 100% true. D. Anderson. You say, I heard it before anyway. Okay. And Red Planet, how you doing? Says, I think a woman should be supportive. Supportive, absolutely. Yes, baby, you got it. You could do this. You go, boy. But as far as me spending all this money and stuff and your hopes and dreams and you ain't putting no ring on my finger, I'm not even saying it got to be no big giant rock. Damn, a cracker jack box ring or something, a zip tie, something. But nothing. No. C. Gordon says, sound better at speed. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I just, my patience. Black man, how you doing? Say it is true. Okay. Just me says, hell no. Becky ain't building a thing. Right. All right. Let me skip down to somebody I haven't seen. Lazarus, how you doing? Says, ain't snowing. I ain't going. Okay. Kelly says, I'm not leveling anyone. If you don't have your stuff together, I want nothing to do with you because these same people will insult black women for not picking the right man. The average logical thing, it says, like to move. They like to move the goalposts during these discussions. Yeah, it's like, come on now. I wouldn't advise anybody to give any of their children, boys or girls, that advice. Just me says, that's pimping by black women. Black men don't ask clears for ish. They pay them. Let's see. Lazarus says nobody wants a neck rolling, weave wearing, independent, masculine, Western negress. Well, I mean, that's your preference. We, go do the voodoo that you do so well. I'm just saying. Nobody's gonna beg you to stay. Nobody wants you if you don't want them. I think that's kind of how that works. Black man says, I don't see black women making more than us. It's all capital. We don't. On average, black women don't. So I'm saying, where's all this money coming from that we supposed to just dig off in our bosom and give a man to help support his dreams, and he ain't jumped on one knee and said, I want you to be my wife? Because if you can't see me as wife material, then you can't spend my money either. I'm just saying. Kelly says, there are black men who are doing well. I would pick them over a broke black man. And I think money is important, but there's a lot of good men, a lot of good black men who don't have it like that. Yeah, they do have potential, but to expect a woman that has not been promised anything, and you probably hopping up and down on me like a trampoline too, so I'm supposed to give you that and money and help you support your dreams, and you ain't said you trying to be with me? I think it's kind of weird, Agenda, you says Umar, the most objective, he rarely criticizes black women and still call them queens. So if they turning on him, that tell you what you need to know about them. No, I don't think it's that. See, this is the problem I think people have too. We can agree with people sometimes, and we can disagree with them too. I don't agree with everything everybody I know says. I disagree with people a lot, and they disagree with me. But that don't mean that we throw the whole person away. I just disagree with that. Like I said, I disagree that the message that my nephew who's 15 got from it is that black women basically won't support a black man, but a white woman will. How's a woman that's not of you, that's not like you, more supportive of you? Don't make no sense, So that's where I was going. Miss Sweet, she says, where's Dr. Umar black wife? I knew he likes nobody's on the low. I don't know if he does. I just, where is his wife, right? Roger says Omar was telling half-truths and not letting her answer the question. He shouldn't throw the word invest around so loosely, considering his mismanagement of money. Uh-oh. Yikes. Amanda, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. He says he told the truth. Get over. Okay. Now, let's see. Davion, I hope I said that right. If I didn't, forgive me. He said he's right, sister. Okay, well, what is he right about? And really, Riley, though. Or is it really, though? Says, how you doing? He says, I've seen what Dr. Umar is saying, and I don't think he's lying here. Of course, he's right. Sisters watch too much TV, and they are allergic to struggle love, and thus are miserable and lonely. Okay. Let me skip down because I see that I'm behind. So I'm going to speak to everybody I haven't spoke to so far. Don M. How you doing? Says, Umar owes me money, and I won in court. Oh, for real. Sunlight, how you doing? Says he lost his damn mind by his own logic about comparison. It's much easier for a white woman to not prioritize financial status because of white privilege. The white woman is not in a state of need. Come on now. Oh, so Don, you say for $3,000 for unpaid wages. So you did some work or something for Umar. He didn't pay you. Oh. In the Mix Radio, how you doing? Says some sisters will stick by a good brother and your dreams and won't. Brothers and sisters only pick a quality mate, not a broke loser. Rhonda, how you doing? Says been there, done that, and I hope not to do it again. Nima, how you doing? Says Umar still haven't opened at school. Uh-oh, he got all kinds of support and flushed it down the toilet. He talks about the school. I'm not sure why it's not open yet, but Magnetic, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Just me says lies. Only man I have ever did anything for is my husband. Ain't for building some. I'll leave that last part off. Lazarus says life is 50-50. Okay. Red Planet. He says have to be able to pick out potential N-word, smoking weed, all ain't it. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Dejan, I hope I said that right. How you doing? Says white women only see potential in a brother when he has the potential to get drafted in the NBA, NFL, not when he's striving to be a mechanic or a barber. See, I'm gonna let y'all say all of that. Miss Weesey says that's why we should be okay with Dr. Umar school not being open because we really seeing his true colors. Yeah, I mean, to me that is concerning because I would hope that he doesn't teach that because I know he wants to open up a school for boys. I would hope that he doesn't teach that to boys. That the black woman only wants to be with a black man when he's got money. We know that's not true. That's not all black women. I wouldn't even say that's most black women. That's some black women. But the other side of that too is Yeah, I don't think a black woman is wrong for wanting to be financially okay. I don't think that's wrong either. I don't know. Hey, Thunder, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. And Angela, how you doing? He says, exactly. Look what Steve Harvey done, even though he married another black woman, but a lot of black men does that after that black woman invest in him. Okay. Uh, Yvonne says, no, say it, sister, it needs to be said. Many of black women have helped black men and they have ran off with a woman of another race. Yeah. Easy. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. No complaints. RBG, how you doing? Says, why is the issue race and not character? I agree with you. I totally agree. But for me, I want to be with me a black man. So and I know Umar is, black people should be together, where you're Afro Latina, wherever you from, you should be with black people. But yeah, I think character should matter just as much. Just me says, yeah, you better show your nephew how them girls, how the girls get them strung up. Yeah, my nephew is a damn good basketball player. Probably will go to the NBA. I mean, really good and all that other stuff. So he's going to have those challenges, right? Very good looking, debonair, very smart, go get a hustler. Like he, has his own business. Even at 15, he's doing his own thing, making his own money. So, I hate that was a message that he got, but I'm glad that he was smart enough to come to his auntie. He says, I know you would know. He said, because that's your thing. So we had a conversation about it. And he says, yeah, you're right. Child of God, how you doing? He says, I get what he's saying. My younger brother, straight N-word as a felony. He got with a snow bunny who's a certified millionaire by inheritance. They have a family. She finances business. Okay, is that an anomaly or is that the norm? Because if it's the norm, then we can have that conversation. But if it's rare, I mean, hell, most people who ain't got no felony have a hard time finding somebody who's a millionaire. You know what I mean? So come on, I think we can admit that your brother's situation is probably rare. Like finding a needle in a haystack, almost, I would think. D, you says, according to the code book, black and white relationship is child abuse. Okay. Cynthia, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Brother Reggie says, nope, never been married. He has 2 kids by 2 different women. I heard him say it in an interview. I'm going to let y'all make it do what it do. Hey, Donovan says, damn right, I don't like Umar, but he right. Black men are perfect. Y'all want a finished product. It's true. Ask most men, and they will say the same perspective. I mean, y'all want a finished product with a woman. Y'all don't want Boom Quisha coming to y'all house or, not being a woman she's supposed to be. Y'all don't want a finished product. Why should a black woman not want a finished product, or at least close to it? Y'all get mad when a woman ask y'all, or y'all ask a woman what she bring to the table. If she can't answer that, y'all don't want nothing to do with her. But yeah, the black woman's supposed to be like, oh, okay, it's all right that you have done. When I stick a fork in the cake, the batter still comes out on the fork. It's all right. But the black woman, nah, she got to be telling you what she bringing to the table and all this other stuff. So I'm going to throw a flag on the field on that one. Ooh, I'm behind these comments. How you know? Did I say hello? But if not, hello again. He says, if a man is truly serious about his business encounter, he should have other outlets other than coming to just his woman. Come on now. Who else came in here? Marshall, how you doing? Says Umar can be sketchy at times. That I will concede. High Tech, how you doing? Says Umar Johnson, the biggest hypocritical. Oh, I don't have it over here. I was gonna pick up my raccoon. All right, so y'all don't mind. I'm gonna skip to the bottom because I'm behind. Don Amy says my mother supported my dad. Were they married? Were they gonna be married? Because you're here, so something tells me that they went on. You know what I mean? Donovan says, when women say men leave after they help, explain why 80% of women initiate the divorce. I mean, it is every reason that are different. There's not, see, y'all, when y'all say, I hate when y'all give a number, but y'all don't give the various reasons why, because I'm sure most women's reasons are different. So we would need to know the ins and outs of why that 80% of women leave. But in Dr. Umar's case, he ain't even talking about getting in no relationship. He talking about supporting somebody that's not your man, not your husband. Astar D. Jones, I know I said that wrong, but forgive me, please. And how you doing? It says, as a black woman, I have helped 3 black men elevate with finances and self-esteem. All 3 got on their feet and gave me their bust kiss. I'm done painting portraits to hang on somebody else's wall. Woo! Prize, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Easy says Umar had me on the floor with his parodies. If it ain't nappy, I'm not happy. Yeah, he talking about a black woman, right, with nappy hair, natural hair. Jasmine says, then why are you around black women? What? They may be talking to somebody else. Ross, he says, I've learned the hard way. Don't mix romance with finance. If it's truly an investment, get a contract. There you go. Get a contract. So that way, if it goes the other way, then we can go to court. Dun, 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 dun. We all be on people's court, right? Thunder says, I know this is off topic, but did you hear about the $1,000 for reporting illegal migrants? I did not hear about that. I'm sure that hotline is going to be hot, right? I don't personally know any that I know of. All right, let me skip that. I'm sorry. Annette, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. It says, nothing love, Demetra and Black family. Yes, indeed. Sheree, how you doing? How are you? Beautiful. Hope you're doing well. Suki B, what's going on with you? Hope you're doing well. Black Spider, how are you? Says they can run, but they can't hide behind a facade forever. Right now, we're here. And I'm sorry, I'm so behind. I don't know what that means. Lionel, how you doing? Says most of the Dr. Umar's most of Dr. Umar's contributors are black women, so I find his views disingenuous. Regarding the white woman thing, is simple. White women can afford to take those risks. Yeah, they can, but I think that he's being dishonest too, because a lot of white women's family be like, Jerome ain't coming to our house and eat no seasonless casserole on Thanksgiving. You see, we need to tell the whole story. You know what I mean? Thunder says, if you look at the big picture, do you know how many illegal Canadians, Australians, French, German, Italian, Dutch, Belgian, Greek, English, and others are here in the U.S.? Oh, yes, it's quite a few, right? Oh, yeah, I'm behind. Corey, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Donovan says, Demetra, the fact is 80% of divorces are initiated by women, so this rah-rah by men leave. Okay, I think I've addressed that already. Who else came on here? Buckhorse, how you doing? And where have you been? I miss you. And Thunder says, I have personally ran into a hell of a lot of illegal Europeans, Asians, and it's more than just Mexicans and South Americans. Oh, there's a lot of people over here. Faith, how you doing? Says the black man always blaming the black woman all the way back to Adam and Eve. Also, Judah blamed, tried to have Tamar stoned after sleeping with her as a prostitute. These men gotta be, men better gone somewhere. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's a lot of good things. It says, remember that black woman that won $180 million and wasted most on her black, oh man, I remember that. Yes, on her black boyfriend, but y'all won't bring that case up. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, she won the lotto and she spent a lot of it helping him out and things like that. I think some of it was bail money or something. Yeah. That's also an anomaly. I'm hoping that's not the norm, and I don't think that it is, Uh-oh. Woo! I see y'all already getting at it. Okay, let me skip down. Easy says, anyone hear about Trump asking Caribbean Prime Minister to take some future deported migrants? Haven't heard about that. Diane, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Cynthia says, unfortunately, it can be difficult and rare trying to find a black man who literally wants to build together instead of him just being in control of financial success. I believe that they're out there. And listen, I don't have a problem with a man wanting to be in control of financial success. You do all that, boo. But if we together make sure that I'm not doing without, because I'm going to make sure you ain't doing without too, right? It should be a give and take. So, yeah. Matthew, how you doing? Says, no mother or father wants their children to be with a bum. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is that what we're teaching our children now? Like I said, this ain't even just for women or girls. This is for men too. If I have sons and I got nephews, I got a lot of them, I would not give them that advice. Go on and invest in her. Go help her get her business off the ground. I know that ain't your wife. I know she hasn't committed to you no way, shape, or form. Go spend all your hard-earned money and go help her with no promise of return. Nah, I'd be like, make her your wife. Then y'all build together, right? So that way you spending money on y'all stuff, not just a woman that's not committed to you. I wouldn't tell my sons, or, I don't have no sons, but my nephews that like my sons, I wouldn't tell them that. I would say that's horrible advice. So it's not just about women. Sean and one, how you doing? Says, I don't know why anyone listens to Umar. What has he accomplished? I think Umar is very intelligent. I just think sometimes some of the stuff he says, and I've always said this, I don't agree with 100% of anything that he says. In fact, that's probably true for a lot of people. But he said some things that are very insightful, a lot of things. But this here, I think he needs to be careful because he's opening up a school for boys, and boys are hearing this message. On one hand, he's saying butter, honey, butter, pecan, chocolate, swore, whatever woman. But then it's a white woman that's gonna, take care of the black man when a black woman wants. So your messages, they conflicting. You know what I mean? So what exactly are you gonna be teaching these young black boys about black women? I'm concerned, right? If I want to send my nephew there, his parents want to send him there, I'd be worried about that. Is that what they're gonna learn? That would just be me. Donovan says, so basically we should just do for ourselves what you should do for yourself anyway. You should do for yourself anyway. I think a woman should do for herself. I don't think a half-ass woman should go into a relationship if she ain't got her stuff together either. She ain't got her stuff together, because she's gonna be a burden on that man. Unless that's something he wants to do. If you listen, if you want to take care of a man, you want to take care of a woman who ain't got their stuff together, that's on you. But I wouldn't give that advice to anybody. I think both people should be able to bring something. Is it going to be unbalanced sometimes? Yeah, maybe you make more than I do or vice versa, but to bring nothing but just hopes and dreams. I'm here. I brought hope and I brought dreams and I want you to pay for it. If a woman, if that was a woman doing that, y'all men wouldn't have it because y'all want to know what she brought to the table. I'm just saying. Silky B, thank you so much for the donation. Love and appreciate you for that. Thank you. Brother Don, how you doing? He says, hi, hey, Demetra, what is the new schedule? Because I don't get any notifications. I try to come on here on Friday at 2. Sometimes it may be 3. But I came on at 2 today. So, but every other day is regular, 5 p.m. Central Time. Just Me says, will forever find black men talking to clears about none of this. I'm sorry, you say you would never find black men talking to clears about none of this. Black men are not race loyal. Why are you black women? There's a lot of black men are race loyal because indeed more black men are married to black women than he's married to anybody else. So we know that's not true, that he's not race loyal. But when that comes into the conversation that a white woman is going to uphold a black man before a black woman, it's just silly. Martin, how you doing? He said, Umar's a fraudster. Okay. Angela says, I heard about it. Some saying they got ICE on speed dial. You talking about getting $1,000? Yes, Miss Weezy says, we love our black men and our black men love us. Dr. Umar's causing divide and conquer. Yeah, I don't even know what that's about, Brother Roy, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Black First Child of God said, I thought he was talking about women who are doing better financially than a man. I have seen what he is saying through. My brother, I don't think he knew about her family until they were together. Yeah. I mean, that's like I said, that your brother getting with a white woman that's a millionaire and you say he has some felonies and stuff. I think that's probably really a rarity. It's not the norm. Brother ain't going to walk outside regardless of what his situation is and bump into a millionaire white woman and says, I love you. I'm going to take care of you. I think you'd be better off, or not better off. You probably get struck by lightning first. I would think. A buck person says all hell broke loose again in the United Snakes. Okay. Kelly says Umar wants us to take bombs, aka Pookie and Ray Ray. No thanks. I don't think we should give up on them, but I think, I think you should be striving to be with somebody who's actually trying to do something. Or, Pookie and Ray Ray got something going on and they, want to make you their wife. And that's something you want to do. Yeah, but just because we dating, you treat me like a trampoline with that little 2 minutes of fun you got, and I'm supposed to give you all this money. I'm going to need more than 2 minutes. I'm just kidding. Faith says, what about the wife who won the lottery and her husband left with his portion and got a younger woman whose boyfriend then killed the husband? The wife said her husband was hardworking until then. Yeah, I've heard about that as well. Magnetic says, I will say that Umar probably accomplished what he wanted, which was to get people talking. Yeah, because like I said, I saw it, but I wasn't into it. But my nephew was 15, saw it, and he sent it to me and asked me my opinion. Pop, how you doing? Where you been? Hope you're doing well. Donovan says, it worked for Kamala Joy. People still crashing out. Are they still crashing out? I've been out of the loop for a couple of days. Beverly, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Donovan says, You can find black men who want to build, but he want to be a perfect brother. Is that what you're saying? And this is why he's overlooked, or he won't be a perfect brother. I think what you said. And this is why he's overlooked. Oh my God, he has a gut. Oh my God, look at his teeth. Oh my God, look at his shoes, et cetera, et cetera. You know what? Yeah, that's some women, but I know women that's not like that. I know a lot of women that's not like that. And that's why I say too, not you, Thunder. I'm not saying this about you. Sometimes I question who some of these brothers are hanging around, just like I do for some sisters who try to put all black men in a box. Who you hanging around? You hang around some good quality black women, whether it's your auntie, your mama, you know, Miss Glodadine next door, a woman that's, you know, got something going on, and you know, she's the part in every way, shape, or form. Like who are we using as the litmus test here? But yeah, I know a lot of black women that is not her concern. You know what a lot of black women's concern is? Brother, if I'm with you and I see that you got something going on, like you need to go to the dentist or something, a lot of times that brother, I'm good, I don't need to go. It's like, bro, you look like a fence that's missing the little slats in the middle. Like a picket fence on a windy day. You need to go to, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I hear some black women say, you know, brothers don't want to go to the doctor. It's a lot, you know what I mean? But all that, you know, it's neither here nor there. It's about characteristics. But I agree, there are some women out there who are like that. New Barian, I hope I said that right. How you doing? It says black women are teaching black boys how they treat black men, not Umar. Black women are teaching black boys by how they treat black men. I agree with that. Not all, but some. Yes, I totally agree with that. Totally, because one of the reasons I agree with you is because I know men who are grown, who were treated horribly by their mom, and they just cannot heal from that. They cannot move on from that, and they deal with every woman in their life by how their mom treated them when they were little, and their mom didn't treat them well. I would concede. But then they grow up and they judge every woman they're with, or they know by their mom, who indeed probably was a horrible person. So I agree with you. Cynthia says, I've taken too many for the team. It's about me now. And I don't blame you. Kelly says, men with jobs are where it's at. Don, you say he wasn't funny in that courtroom with me. Oh, so did he pay you, or you got a lien or judgment against, or what's really going on? You crazy, Pop. Magnetter says, Demetra K, thank you for calling out that foolishness. And I don't even know what it is anymore. Let me skip all the way down. Altaria, well, I said that right. How you doing? And yes, Miss Sweet, she says, Miss Keith Lee just talked about his black wife sticking with him until the fortune and fame came. Yeah, that was a great interview with Shannon Sharp. Keith Lee, who was the food influencer, has millions of followers. He said, yeah, his wife stuck with him through thick and thin when they didn't have nothing. And she stayed there with him. So great example. And I think that's probably the norm. There's a lot of sisters who hang in there with that brother, you know, and there's a lot of black men who'll say, yeah, I don't know what Umar's talking about. My black woman stood with me and we built something and here we are. So, yeah, but to say that white women is going to... Mad Dog says, good black women will support and help Pookie and Ray Ray coming out of prison. Yeah, I mean, I know some women who do that too. It wouldn't be me. But I know women who do that. Something you said, that's a great point. Dr. Umar probably did this to create buzz, and damn if it ain't working. Yeah. But like I said, it reached my 15-year-old nephew. So I was like, oh, yeah. Easy says, even 80-year-old Patty. Oh, I got to the bottom. Yes. 80-year-old Patty Pies LaBelle back on the dating market with stipulations. Yeah, but she was dating some young man for a long time, wasn't she? He was like 40 years younger than her. It's like, Patty, what you expect? I don't know why they broke up, but they were together for a long time. I mean, Patty she in her 80s, right? So yeah, she was dating a man a couple years back that was like 40 years younger than her. It's like, what on earth would y'all have in common other than you got a lot of money? But you know what? If I was Patty and I'm dating a younger man and I got a lot of money, yeah, that's all I need you for. I need you to crack, 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 crack. Patty's back. You know what I'm saying? I don't need your money, honey. You here for one thing, maybe two, depending on what, let me stop. But you know what I'm saying? You Patty, you know that man ain't what you expect him to go work at Amazon? He eye candy. Go on and get, a Patty a Diet Coke. I like to see when you walk away. That's what Patty doing. So I don't know why they didn't work out. Maybe he had a little something younger on the other side, but I think too. I mean, I don't know. I think if we're being realistic, it's like you in your 70s dating a man that's 40 years younger than you, or your 80s, 40. He probably wants something young. And I think too, at that point, you're like, yeah, I understand. Because Glow the Dean don't want you hopping up and down on her like that. You know what I mean? I can't do the chandelier like I used to. I don't rooster like I used to. So yeah, go on and get you some young. You come on back. Glow the Dean gonna be right here watching the Dallas reruns. Days of Our Lives. I understand. I'm just saying. I think we should be realistic. Yeah, Patty's a cougar. Then that cougars know they got to pay. She a sugar mama. That's what a woman like Patty would be, is a sugar mama. Damn well that man ain't going. I'll be back, honey. Where you going? I work at the post office. She come on. Y'all crazy. Just me, you said they need therapy. I think everybody needs therapy. Even if you go once, go to therapy. If you gotta go once, say, what's wrong with me? Have a conversation. I went once, twice, well, 1.5 times, because I was really going through some things. I needed some clarification, understanding. And I talked to the lady once. I was like, you know what? That makes sense. And I had a follow-up. She says, are you good? I said, yeah, I'm good. I understood what you told me. And I'm going to apply all that stuff. And I ain't been back. Because there's some people who go to therapy and they've been going for 30 years and they still crazier than the day they started going. So it's like, are you listening to the therapist? Or are you just there because you're paying somebody to listen to you whine for an hour? I don't got that kind of money to be sitting up there. What happened was, and I heard you the first time. Let me go work on me. Don says he is running. He has security for little. Oh, he got security. Damn, you want him like that? Just me says, black women let Umar go. He said, white woman was better than you. I mean, like I said, I listen to Umar on some certain things, but certain things I don't, like this one. Like I said, I had to have about an hour conversation with my nephew. It was a good conversation. I'm glad we had it, but I was like, wow, this is what these young boys are hearing. That these black women better get this, just allowing any old thing, or the white woman gonna snatch them up. But of course, it's Happy Friday. Y'all play too damn much, don't they? When they say y'all, we mean you. Yeah, I was logical thing. It says how many black have and currently have still funding their baby daddies. I think the black women have and currently still funding their baby daddies' rap career. You crazy? At 40, let's be honest, guys. Listen, I'm gonna need you to be working on your rap career and at least be at Amazon, Target, Walmart. I need you to be somewhere else so we can be paying these bills until you strike it big, whatever it is you need to do. But yeah, I get it though. You pursue your dreams right after you clock out. The Lions Den, how you doing? Says 54% of black men are single, childless, and never married. 30% of black men are married. I take your word for it. Thunder says in Texas, we have two sayings about messed up teeth. They can bite through a picket fence. They have summer teeth. Some are here and some are there. Can I just rap to y'all for just to say, not rap like, because I don't know how to rap, but as the players used to say, I need to rap a taste. I know that dental work is expensive. I know it is, okay? But how do you get to the point when teeth are falling out your mouth? Nowhere, no time did you think, let me go on and check about this because, 2 teeth that already fell out. Let me go and see if I can get me a dental plan, a payment plan, or something. How does that happen? I just have questions. The Lions Den, you say there are rappers, not ordinary black men, so that's a fail. Okay, so you have the conversation with somebody else. Yeah, Kelly, I mean, Patty just looking for somebody to crack her back. Pop says, Patty's still pushing that. He says, Patty's still throwing them legs in the air, waving like she don't care. Now, I don't think she's doing that no more. I think Patty don't have it like that no more. Yumiko, how you doing? Long time ago, she says Patty was getting it in. Yeah, she probably was, but she in her 80s now. It's like Ben Gay ain't getting it no more. I can't do all of that. You want to put my legs back now? No. All I could do is just lay here, put a pillow up under me. So I can't do all that. Get her to do it. 48 TCO, how you doing? Says Umar sound like Maurice, the black militant on Martin. Now I'm just waiting for him to announce he found his white queen. You crazy. You crazy, Miss Sweets. Talk about say my name, Patty. Yeah, I was not a good thing. It says he got too old for Patty. She wants something fresh and new. She might. You know what? We didn't think about that. Patty might be like, you a little too old for Patty. You done expired on me. Like some of these pies I've been selling. But of course it says we going to spread love from coast to coast. Yes, indeed. Lions Den, he says black women will go 100% for a white man in prisoners, but talk crap on 50-50. Not this one. No, sir. Because one thing I would do know is that while I see a lot of these sisters around here big up and, Brad, get you a Brad. We know Brad got a basement and he probably got like a whole bunch of y'all down there. You just ain't been down there yet. You know what I mean? So when I hear these sisters talking about, it's so much better with Brad. Okay. I've seen a whole lot of documentaries where Brad was, he was, prepping a role until it wasn't time to be playing no more. You're like, oh my God, what did I do? So, I ain't one of those. And yeah, and listen, I ain't knocking nobody in prison. I cannot. As I told one of my good girlfriends, my friends, I said, I can't talk to a man who got a bedtime. He's told lights out. We got to get off the phone because we got to go to bed and you 50. Can't do it. Valerie, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. That red boy, what's going on with you? SG, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yvette, how you doing? Happy Friday to you as well. Easy said, whose pie you like the best, baby? You crazy. Cynthia says, to be honest, I'm feeling Megan Good and Jonathan Majors, proof of love. Yes, I like them together. I really do like them together. Unfortunately, there's a lot of sisters who mad that she's with him. It's like, why? Why are you mad that they together? That ain't your man. She ain't your woman. Why are you mad? Stay out their business. Like they hate that Megan Good is with Jonathan Majors. It's like, why? Y'all want to see two black people together? Like, why? I get it. He was with the white woman, but I think he's a believer now. And she dropped all the charges, by the way, but I think he understands. Yeah, I better give me somebody that look like me. You know what I mean? But McNair says, does anybody remember Patty's show, Out All Night? I remember. Yes. Thunder says he was playing with Patty's cakes and pies. Go ahead, young man. Go ahead. I understand Patty cake. You like them very seasoned. Hey, Rodney, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Say greetings from Atlanta. Mad Dog says Dr. Umar Johnson is running game. He's chasing coins. I mean, that's probably true, Tony, how you doing? Says, yes, ma'am. Beautiful black women. Go, Demetra. Oh, thank you. Kelly says, remember when James made Patty's pies? Famous. Yeah, James Cunningham, is that his name? The guy that was singing and stuff. To this day, I have not had a Patty's pie because I heard that it got a lot of chemicals and stuff in there. And at the time when it came out, it was vegan. So I didn't eat them, but I see them in Walmart. I'm like, yeah, I could just taste the chemicals. Just mentally. I haven't tried it, but no, I'm a pass. Because if you mass producing that many pies, there's a chemical somewhere up in there. Raven, how you doing? Says, I've been collecting my money for 13 years for his school with nothing to show. But this black man versus black woman hot topic he stays on keeps the spotlight off of him being asked about them missing dead presidents. Yeah, hopefully he opens the school soon because, yeah, it's kind of like what's going on, Edgy, you say, nobody will say no to money nowadays. It depends on where it's coming from and why we're getting it, right? 48 TCO says, I've been listening to my therapist, Demetra. I'm just real life bat-ish crazy. Some people are, but I'm glad you could be honest about that, But of course, as I pick and choose, okay. Facts Not Feelings, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Says black women are losing their men. No, we're not. because you guys are still with black women more than you are with anybody else. Y'all ain't going nowhere. I don't think it's a phenomenon or anything like that going on where black men are just, I think it's probably to the same tune, because the same thing can be said true about black women who are with white men or other men. Black women, all the black women I know love black men to death. So I could be wrong though. Charles, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Says, how can I tell you about marriage or a relationship? And I'm single. I agree. Like I said, and I'm single, but I could tell you because I've been in quite a few of them. Well, let me back up. I've been in some because most of my relationships have been long term, right? Like years, 6, 7, 8 years, or whatever the case is. I've been married once for 10 months. So I could tell you the ins and the outs of all of that. Damon says a basket share love. And just me says, black women better tell any black man who says that to get the stepping. Okay, Sunlight says white women divorce black men at a high rate. They do. Yumiko says black women, the only people march, pray, and organize for black men, the only allies. Yeah, if you're talking in comparison to other people, oh yeah, black women. But the question is, who else supposed to march for them? Those men belong to us, Just like when the white man is going through something, the white woman show up, to case in point, like the election. Black men showed up overwhelmingly for Kamala. And listen, I ain't saying the lady black. I'm just saying. He showed up. Black woman showed up. The white woman showed up for the white man, Trump. So did the white man. So, we show up for our own. We're supposed to. But I get what you're saying. 40-year-old rap career is Facts Not Feelings, she says, most black men are not doing rap. I agree with you. Totally. Easy says, I heard Patty was riding train with the Manhattans. Ooh. Marcus, how you doing? Hope you doing well. Mad Dog says, I know the dope dealers got all the women and they get all the women. They got some of those women. And you know what? Some of the women went upstate behind who riding with the dope dealer. Let's keep it a buck. So that's the story we need to tell. It is look glamorous until he was like, this. That's her stuff. That ain't my stuff. That's her stuff. I just picked her up, and she doing a bid. I had a cousin that did a 14-year bid for the feds for who riding with her man. True story. True story. So we need to talk about that. Yeah, Miss Sweezy, I need to get a payment plan for it to go to the dentist. What I need to do. Thunder says they can buy an apple through a picket fence. You crazy. Just Me says, now leave them raggedy, Mr. Demetra. Let Becky help them. Right. Let Becky take them and go, get a dental plan and all that. That red boy says TP looking like Stonehenge. You crazy. Thunder says they can't. Yeah, I got you. Buy the apple through a picket fence. Valerie says most black people scared of the dentist. I'm scared of the dentist too, but God damn it, I'm going to go. I've only had like 3 little small cavities in my whole life. 2 when I went vegan, my nutrition wasn't that good. No, 2 when I got pregnant with my daughter. And then one little one when I went vegan. They didn't even put nothing on it. Other than that, I don't have an issue with cavities, nothing like that. But I don't like the dentist either. Well, I'm going to go. Matter of fact, I need to make me an appointment. Let's see who else came on here. Magnetic, you gonna rap? Dr. No Job, where have you been? Hope Always Way says you watch Snap. Yeah, I had to stop watching that because I was married at the time. I was like, ooh, I'm about to be on here. Let me stop watching it before I get some ideas. Alteria, he says, I can't date the man that's worried about not dropping the soap every day. And if he did, he ain't gonna tell you the truth. You've been dropping the soap. Hell no. Facts and Feelings says, when a woman like Megan Thee Stallion can sit next to the vice president and be promoted, black people are in trouble, and black men need to get away from any woman who shows signs they down with Meg. Yeah, that's probably true. I think that's telling. I mean, some women like her music or whatever, but they don't think she's a role model. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. Get around some women that's upstanding, right? That's got something going on. That's not talking about a WAP all the time. Damon says, Take a look at Hello Toothpaste family. No added foolishness. Hello Toothpaste. Have I seen that before? Is it? I think I had that toothpaste before because I use natural. I'm using Burt's Bees now, but I had a black owned brand. It's a long story. Anyway, all right. Let me skip to the bottom because I know I done went over my time. Hey, Mike, nice. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Now, this is the idea of Patty in my arm singing, I love, I need you. Sugar, I love you. I do more than you'll ever know. My love is for sure. You can always count on my love forevermore. That's what you're thinking about? We know you like them seasoned, but damn. Patty up there. She like 80, 80. Magnetic says, I dribble to the left, I dribble to the right, I dribble around, and then I don't know about that. Don't quit your day job. Don't quit your day job. Charles says, some of these people on social media podcasts are crazy. A lot, including me sometimes. Nima, and I know I probably said that wrong. Nima, he says, 2010, 2024, and over 1 million donated, no school open. Yeah, I mean, I think people have a right to say, hey, where is the school? We know it's there, but why hasn't it open, right? Like, what's going on here? Dr. Umar, like, come on. The average logical thinker says, ain't nothing like a strong, intelligent, level-headed black man. Show you right. Show you right. Regil, I hope I said that right. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. David, how are you? Says, my parents been married 58 years and I've been married 31 to my black queen. Let's see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff we need to be hearing about. Not people running off with Becky and Brad and all. Nah, we need to be hearing about that kind of stuff, because we know it exists. But if you listen to the internet, it don't exist. Black men and women going to be with everybody else in droves. That's what the headlines say, right? But we know it's a lie. But I'm so happy to hear that. I love hearing stuff like that. Patrice, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Facts I Feel says 54% of black men do not have kids, or black women. This is the problem. Black woman, you are losing your man. No, she's not. 48 TCL says, I'm a wife and a mother of 3 young men, and I make it my business to encourage any brother I see just to let him know he's seen. Absolutely. Yes. Magnetic, you crazy. Raven says, an excellent side hustle, emerging talent on illegals in Missouri can get you $1,000. It's going to be the wow everything. When that takes place, people gonna be getting told on, but like I'm from the West Coast. What you talking about? You look Puerto Rican. You look like you're from the DR. I'm not. Well, Puerto Ricans are from here. You look like you're from the DR. I'm from Riverside, California. 50 minutes outside of Los Angeles. People gonna be telling on everybody. Baby mamas, baby daddy. Co-workers gonna be, what happened to Guadalupe? I don't know. She ain't been in a couple of days, and you all have been done. All right, so let me get to the bottom before I get on here acting silly again. Sonny, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Mexico, what's going on with you? Hope you're doing well. Lions Den says Umar Johnson is illegally collecting donations because he was sent a cease and desist letter from the states not to do it. To open the school in a similar name. Really? See, I haven't heard any of that. Thunder says, FYI, if you can't get into the dentist and your money's a little funny and you have a toothache, buy some clove oil and rub it on the tooth and kill that toothache. Yeah, but don't be doing that too much because you're going to need to go to the doctor. Because like I said, when your teeth start falling out your mouth, you pass clove oil. Clove oil ain't going to do nothing for you. Is it going to grow another tooth or something? I don't know, Hey, Mark Stone, how you doing? If I didn't already say hello, T. Perry, what's going on with you? Hope you're doing well. Narma, what's going on? It says black folks in the South are doing okay. There's one hurting. The ones that are hurting are the ones in the North, and the West Coast, right? Which is partially why I'm not in California. I'm a Californian, but that's partially why I'm not there because yikes, it's like $800,000 median price for a house. And I'm not even talking about one on a hill with a gated community or nothing like that. I'm talking about one that's just y'all want $800,000 for that? I'm good. Trying to see if I skipped anybody. Just me says they'll still go chase whites after you built them up. By the way, Becky don't gotta build nothing and nobody. Yeah, be with somebody who's for you, right? Accept your own and be yourself. That's what we've been told, especially by that of the Nation of Islam. Accept your own and be yourself. That is so wonderful. You know, I think so. Narmer, says North is hella individualistic. South has family values. Yeah, I would say that is true. That one I would agree with. Donovan, he says maybe now these other groups will understand black plight when it comes to these paper please deportation. Yeah, the people is. I'm just gonna sit back and watch it all unfold because it's gonna get real nasty out there. Another says, did anyone have a run in? He says, didn't you have a run in with immigration? Yeah, at the DR. They was trying to keep me. They thought I was Haitian, I guess. You know, they snatched me and my daughter up, grabbed us by the arm. Talking about, where's your passports? They was about to throw us in the back of the jail truck for real. And then this lady, she's a Dominican, she ran across the street, said, leave them alone. They're Americans. Leave them alone. And they looked. I was like, oh. And they jumped back in the truck. Other than that, we was about to be gaffled up. Then my daddy was going to have to be like Liam Neeson, you know, like on Taken, and he was going to have to jump on something to come get us. Which is why I would never go back to the DR. They're very racist there. Meska says, you know, people can't wait to tell anyway. Buckhorse says, I'm waiting on my barber haircut. So you can get your haircut. And Charles says, oh, I'm going to tell you what to do, but I am not going to do it. I don't even know what that means. I'm sorry, y'all. Mad Dog says, it's sad that more black marriages are not being promoted. Yeah, let's promote that. And Perry says, I was told that I look like a Kenyan, but I'm not foundational. He said, but I am rather foundational black American born in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, I mean, we all got African roots to some degree. You know what I mean? So it makes sense, you know? But I get that a lot. Sometimes people wonder if I'm of Latino descent. I'm like, no, not one drop. You know, we do have people in our community that are a little bit lighter, and I got light on me, so I'm actually a little bit darker. See, like my hand is probably more reflective of what I look like. But when I'm in Cali, I'm a lot darker because I'm always outside in the sun, right? Daryl, how you doing? Says homeowners will use illegals to do work when payday comes around. You know what? Yep, they're gonna call ICE. Man. Magnetic says, speaking of the dentist, a tooth infection can lead to type 1 diabetes because it causes sugar levels to spike. Yeah, and it's close to your head, and so infection can spread to your head and cause you some issues you don't want, you know? Easy says, D, you heard about the earthquake causing a tsunami in Cali? Yes. I don't think it caused a tsunami, but they said it could. It was a 7.0, which is super strong, right? But they're saying that California is on the verge of a big one, right? And that tsunami will happen because the plates will shift, and that in the ocean, and that's going to cause the water to say surprise. So yeah, I don't think I necessarily want to be there if that happens. I'm gonna pray for everybody that's there though. Sunlight says, any Cali people in the chat familiar with he said Earls on Crenshaw. Doesn't sound familiar to me. Lady Diana, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Bay Kuhari, I know I said that wrong, but how you doing? It says feminist help is part program. I'm not sure what that means, but Lions then said, okay, so y'all having the conversation with each other. GP, how you doing? Says, I'm out of here for now. I have some business to take care of. You a man on the go, huh? You busy. Look at you. Donovan says, I wasn't going to get Demetra out of the DR. Black women don't listen to men. Nah. I was standing on the corner, minding my business. I did nothing. My daughter did nothing to warrant them jumping out of that truck. All we did was just standing on the corner. They thought we were Haitian, I guess. And they put their funky hands on us. And we didn't ask for that, regardless of what happened. We didn't ask for that. We were waiting for an Uber. And we couldn't even see the truck because they came up from behind us, right? And by the time I realized what was going on, I seen people jumping out the truck, but I didn't know why they was jumping out the truck. I ain't know. And it was like a whole bunch of them just swarmed me and my daughter. You know what I mean? And they grabbed us. And like before I could even say anything, lady was running across the street like, leave them alone. They're Americans. And like I said, then they left from that point, but I didn't do anything. Donovan and his boo thing at the time, they were standing on the, next to us, but it all just kind of happened so fast. I was very upset because I wasn't upset for me necessarily or my daughter. I was upset because as the truck was passing by, there was a lot of Haitians in that truck. It looked like a jail on wheels. And so what they were doing, because they didn't want the Haitians over there. Haiti is right next door to DR, and sometimes Haitians go over there because you know what's going on in Haiti, so they go to the DR, but the Dominicans don't want them over there. So it's a mess, right? But I was upset because I saw them in that truck and it just disturbed me. I'm like, golly. It's like, that's how y'all think of other human beings. I get it. They ain't supposed to be over here, whatever, but damn, you assume that's who I was. You wasn't going to have no conversation with me or nothing. It's going to snatch me up off the street. Literally, they were going to snatch us off the street. So that really made me mad. I was mad. Oh my God, I was so hot. But anyway, don't get my blood up again about that, but I won't be back. To Beth, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Says, hey, sister, glad to catch you live. I always watch on African Diaspora News channel and also your own channel. I love and appreciate you for that. Thank you. Thank you for the support on both channels. Let's see, you skip down. And Perry says, I'm diabetic and diabetes is no joke. Yeah, you got to take care of yourself. Dee Dee, how you doing? Says, sometimes you can go to a college with a dental program to get, yeah, you sure can. Get your teeth worked on for much less. They have students that are like, yo, open your mouth. Yeah, they'll charge you something, but not like it would be if you go to like, a regular dentist or something, but do something. Because like I said, literal teeth falling out your mouth, that's bad. Like, how long did that hurt before that just fell out your mouth like that? Let me stop. Angie, he says, we should forgive our brother. So we should forgive our brother, Dr. Umar, if there is a wrongdoing, keep our problem internal. We don't have enough black people. I'm not mad at him. I just don't like that these young boys are impressionable and they listening to that message of the black woman won't, but the white woman will. It's like, you don't knock it off. Because I know some brothers that'll tell you once they was with a white woman, they would never do it again. They'd rather go to bed with a cactus every night than a white woman. Okay, let's tell that side of the story. Okay, let's tell that. He did something to me, and now he gaffled up. And let's tell all of that, because like I said, that white woman know who she is to him in every situation. She know all she got to do is drop a tear, and everybody gonna come running. She know, and he know that too. That's a conversation for a different day. He says, can an earthquake reach Nevada? I don't think it can. The tsunami, that's quite a ways, because from Los Angeles, and that happened up north. So even from that point, or let's say driving from Los Angeles to Vegas, it's like 3.5 hour drive. So that's quite a ways out, 200 and something miles away. Maureen, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Raven says, well, why YouTube been telling on us? I think, or white, is that it is been telling on us for every little thing, so the illegals get to see what we go through. Yeah, that's gonna be a mess. Good Lord. Mexico says, the old saying, all of us look alike, right? Easy says, they thought y'all fell off the truck, right? Because I was just minding my business, okay? We had just left the beach. So I wasn't doing nothing suspicious. We were just standing there waiting for the Uber. We left the beach, waiting there, and me, my daughter, Donovan, his friend, standing there, chit-chatting, just kind of waiting. Nothing, weren't doing anything. Weren't even look like we were slinging rocks or nothing, and they just jumped out the truck. It was quite a few of them that surrounded us. One was in the back of me, one on the side, other side, and the same with my daughter. They wasn't messing with Donovan and the girl, just us. Snatch us right on off the street. I literally had us by the arm like that. And, the gangster in me want to say, get your filthy hands off. But the other part of me knew better. Queen Adia, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Your logical thinker says, I hope they deport all the Haitians from here to the DR. I know the government already inquired about that. Oh, they're going to be upset. Just me says, I only went to a private resort in the DR. I ain't trusting people. Yeah, I wouldn't go outside of that anymore. No. Miss Sweetie says, They thought Demetra was on the run. Yeah, and I was like standing there, minding my black ass business. Michael, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I've got to go think it says how many teeth y'all have fall out before you go get help. You know what I'm saying? It would take one for me. One. I need to feel like my tooth is hurting a little bit. Like, damn, maybe I need this bit. Like, maybe I go. But teeth, rock a whistle, because there's a gap in my, like, no. No. Donovan says a lot of dentists will do so many procedures a year for free. You have to ask. Number 2 cause of death in the South is dental issues. That's what I heard. Yeah, I mean, what are we doing here? Facts Not Feeling says if Haitians are smart, they would join BRICS, build their society, and get even with Dominican Republic. And they need to do something, but the Dominicans do not like the Haitians at all. Yes, Magneto says, rest in peace, Botham John. Yes, indeed. Okay. Yes, Queen of Dahlia, we are uniquely made. Facts Not Feeling says white women and black women are pretty much in the same in the U.S. They both will lie on you to the cops. They both will cheat on you. They both will divorce you and put you on alimony and child support. That is true. They will do that. They absolutely will. You know what, though? That ain't every black woman, and it ain't every white woman. Best advice I could give, and when I speak to you, I'm speaking to me too, which is why I'm single, because I've been doing it wrong for a long time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be single. I'm going to be single. Because we need to make better decisions. Really try our best. You know what I mean? Get around some quality people who got some quality things going on. But that ain't all black women and ain't all white women. But that is true. There are some, not all. Yes, they will cheat. They will cheat on your ass in a minute, you know? So, Damon says BRICS is the equalizer to Babylon. Mad Dog says, I don't feel sorry for them. They came over here disrespectful to us. So you're talking about the ones that's going to get the 1-800-ICE. 48 TCO says, do you think the ICE number is going to have a prompt to press 1 for English? Crazy. 1 for English, 2 for Spanish. Yeah, Charles, it is. Every time I go back home, I'm like, I don't recognize California at all. I don't. William, how you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Easy says earthquake is in Oakland because of the fracking oil drilling. These folks are messing with the earth core, causing a lot of these quakes. Offshore drilling, another example. It could be. You might be on to something. That's why I'm going to stay right here in Houston for now. They have hurricanes and tornadoes. Hail like golf balls, thunder storms and lightning. I'm gonna stay here, you know, flooding every once in a while. I don't live in a flood zone, but you know, depending on how much it rains, I'm gonna stay here for now. I would like to go back to California though, but I gotta go back there where I'm like, oh, I'm walking along the beach and there's my house, you know, something. Well, maybe not the beach because of the tsunamis, but you know, because that's where I'm from, California. Yes. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. Fast Enough says a lot of people don't have health insurance or enough insurance. That's why they don't go to the dentist. You know what? I get it. But even if they got to put you on a payment plan or something, because they do that, you know, they put you on a payment plan, go. But you're going to have your teeth falling out, causing yourself more, probably have abscess in your gums, infections, all kind of, like it's more expensive to put teeth in your mouth than to take care of the ones that's already in there. I'm sure of it. And if I have never told y'all, I went to dental assisting school. I never worked a day as a dental assistant, but I went because I was bored and I had a dental, assisting certificate, whatever it was. And I used to see a whole lot of stuff. I'm like, damn, how your teeth get like that? Just neglect. So yeah, I mean, there's no excuse. Go to the doctor, get a payment. Even if you got to get in debt, go, because you only have one of you. Debt, I ain't telling you to do it, but you can file bankruptcy or whatever. But damn, not to go to dentist because you ain't got no money. Go anyway. There's a whole lot. They'll point you in the right direction. We got a payment plan. You can pay this amount a month or whatever the case is, but get your teeth fixed. It doesn't make any. I never understood that, but that's just me. You know, I don't like going to the doctor, but I do. Donovan says Demetra problem is she is too pro-black when it comes to her heart. I mean, I'm a die pro-black. I'm gonna be black until I die. Harry says California looks like a third world country. Yeah, it ain't the California I was born in. I'll say that. Just me. Okay, you're talking to somebody else. Simo, how you doing? Says it's a dream for some in California and for others not so much. Yeah. Donovan says California has minimum offshore drilling. No business want to be here. Hey Sherry, how you doing? It says if we were in any of these people's countries, they would be doing the same thing we are doing. One of them want them out. I think you meant. Says our government does things no other government will ever do for other people. I totally agree with you. Totally. Donovan says people are going to veneer text to put. Why y'all going to people garages to get your veneers done? Why? There was a dude off in Atlanta. He was the veneer king or something like that. He ain't had no license or nothing. And everybody you could think of, even some celebrities, were going to get some veneers done. To what did this sound like he had a building and everything. People going there and paying him to do. You know what it takes to do veneers? You got to shave your own teeth down and they pop these things on. Why are we doing that? Like, if you really want to go get it done right, but you letting, Ray Ray and Pookie and Shaniqua and all them talking about they watched it on YouTube and now they putting people veneers and braces on. Because when they put your braces on, they really got to like do some things to like your gum line and your bones, like I have braces like 2 years ago. Y'all seen my tooth? I had one tooth that was, and I had braces on the bottom. And it's a lot, but I would have never gone to nobody who's a, hey, I got a kitchen hustle. Let me go on and get these pliers and put you some burn. No, not me. Just me says, oh, me too. I passed the test and went into banking instead. Yeah, I was like, I ain't trying to be no dental assistant. It's boring. Donovan says, California, you can use Medi-Cal now to get dental. Dental services, dental offices in the supermarket. Salam, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. It says black homeless sky high. Yep, just us everywhere, not just California, but everywhere. Facts Not Feelings says, did you guys talk about the healthcare? CEO that was deleted in the comment section on MSM went wild with memes like, sorry, my empathy is out of network for that dude. Yeah. I saw a lot of conversation of people not really feeling bad for him. Sounds like on that bullet, there are, I guess the bullets, they found some inscriptions, deny, defend, defund, or something like that. I guess it's a book in regards to the things that the healthcare industry does to people. So for whatever reason that guy did that to him, I'm sure we'll find out. But yeah, and you saw, I think it was Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Aetna, whatever it is. They were doing something funky with the anesthesia, and then they changed their mind. I'm like, yeah, I bet you did change your mind. Your CEO ain't trying to have nobody run up on them behind. I think they was putting a time limit or something like that on anesthesia, and then I guess somebody would have to pay for it out of pocket. It was weird, whatever it was they were doing, but yeah. Cindy says, Demetra, you are black, beautiful, brilliant, and independent as always. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Georgetta, how you doing? Says, I'm a teeth person too. I'm getting ready to put out some money to a real dentist on a payment plan. Yeah, we got to invest in us, right? Sherry says, I talked to Uber driver that was a Nigerian, and he said that his people are very scared in their country. He said if it wasn't for African Americans, his people and others wouldn't be able to come over here. They should be thanking us. So he let me know that they are punks over there. And they think Chinese are everything. That explains it. Miss Sweet says he was teaching others too how to be a veneer tech. Now he's in jail. Average logical thing, it says Veneer King got his degree from YouTube University. Yeah, he was making money too. And nobody said, wonder if he's gone to school for this. I guess, I don't think I've ever asked my dentist or doctor if they ever gone to school, so I get it. But he shaving people teeth down. Amy said, stay away from Western Dental in Southern California. You know what? That's where I got my first set of braces. I had braces before. Western Dental, yeah, they a mess. When I took my daughter there, she had 2 sets of braces. They're inexpensive. But yeah, they try to charge you for everything if you ain't careful. But you know, they got the job done. I just didn't wear my retainer. Thunder says I had a litmus test when I was dating to find a good black woman. One, is the black community currently under the rule of the black patriarchy? And if so, how long is the color purple? You crazy? A documentary. Three, are you first? So if she uses the color purple as a book, a prayer book, then you can't mess with her. Got you. Name where he says Narma, rather, he says Corona, talking about Corona, California. Thunder says if she answers yes to any of these questions, she may not work out in the long run. Got you, Freddie B. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. That's my feeling says, remember the Denzel movie about healthcare? Yep, John Q. Yep, that was a great movie, and I think a lot of people probably gonna run that one up this weekend and watch it and see if they can, you know, find some clues. Narma says too many family members ended up crippled after that injection. And y'all heard, you know, about Biden saying that he wants to give Ozempic to people who are on Medi-Cal or Medicare, whatever the case is. My daughter brought up a good point. She says, why? Why are they trying to give it away all of a sudden? Because before it was like $1,000 every time you purchase it or something. And now they're trying to give it away. It's like, what's in there? Why y'all giving this away all of a sudden? That really should make us think, right? Norma says, I think we should have a discussion about whether FDA should accept all these immigrant crocodile. Well, tears are not. Well, you know, we got to do it for our own first. I think that's the long and the short of it. Patricia says, did you watch Dr. Jason Fung on YouTube in regards to the benefits of intermittent fasting for diabetes? Several of my associates have reversed their diabetes by utilizing Dr. Jason Fung medical information. Yeah, and I think you're probably talking to Brother Perry, but I've heard about intermittent fasting for diabetes. Charles, you say, yeah, even if you have 100% dental insurance, you still have to pay out-of-pocket costs. You're going to have to pay something, right? Unless you got that good insurance. Lady Diana, you say, my granddaughter just got 2 wisdom teeth pulled a month ago and paid out-of-pocket. She doesn't have dental insurance, still went to a high-end dentist. Yeah, go somewhere where you know they're going to take care of you. Facts and Feelings says, Demetra, were you able to kiss and braces? I ain't kissed nobody. I ain't had nobody to kiss. I don't know. Easy says Ozempic causing kidney issues. Yeah, but there's a lot of people taking it. Brother Raider says, speaking of Biden, she sees him snoozing. Oh, yes, I saw him at Angola. He was asleep. He was like, I don't give a damn. Georgetta says, don't take that mess. Exactly. Sherry says, when I was young, I got Medicaid for my son. He needed braces and they denied him to get somehow. The illegals, he says, are able to get braces through Medicaid. It really pissed me off to see how much they are able to get now. But I'm glad Eric Adams is tired. Oops. Says, hopefully the rest of the mayors will get tired too. Yeah, Eric Adams, I think, is trying not to go to jail too. Average Logical Thinker says, my mom took us to a black dentist in San Diego because he was black and our family worked there. He claimed we had 5 cavities. My mom took us elsewhere and turned out we only had 1. Like, why? Why do that? You know? Yeah, so not all are ethical. I agree with you on that. Fast Enough Feeling says, I got 9 speed dial slots in my phone, and they are all set to ice, baby. Crazy. Raven says, might need to, not need to give away pardons to black people behind the mass incarceration bill he co-authored if he wants to give anything away. I totally agree with you. And Diana says, if I can't lose weight the old-fashioned way, I will just stay fat, not taking no diabetes medication to lose weight when I don't have diabetes. There you go. Edgy says dental surgery is cheap in Mexico. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, but I'd be kind of leery because y'all remember that sister went over there. I think she's trying to get a BBL or something like that. She went with her homies and they got caught up in a, as they say out here in the South, in a trick bag. So you might want to be careful. Charles says American society, today, it is a socialist, capitalist, communist country. I can see why you say that. Perry says my dental is 0 through the Veterans Administration. See, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Laura, how you doing? It says Ozempic can paralyze your stomach. Yeah, I heard that's what happened to Oprah, because that's where you inject it into your stomach, right? Jacob Descendant, how you doing? Says wait, the illegals are able to get braces. Yeah, in some cases they are. Some cases our Medi-Cal will pay for it. So anyway, I got to the bottom. I'm gonna get out of here. Love and appreciate every last one of y'all. Overstayed my time again. So I'll be back here on Sunday. I believe Donovan will be joining me. I don't know what we'll talk about, but I'm sure it'll be fun. Facts Not Feelings says the only socialists communists, I think, in America are the 1%. They get free stuff from the government. They share with each other and screw over 99%. Yep, that is absolutely true. Shut up, Donovan. Saying 1 million men against Demetra K. Sign a petition. Good luck. Good luck. You have a great day too, Edgy. Brother Reggie, you as well. Go to 7-Eleven for me. Lady Diana, you have a great day as well. Yeah, Donovan crazy. He's been trying for years. It's to no avail. Anyway, I love you too, Naima. Hope you're doing well. Y'all have a great afternoon, evening, weekend, and all that. You too, Mike. Nice. Thank you for, I love it. Fantastic Friday. We might have to call it that. Anyway, see y'all later. Bye, Miss Sweet. Peace.